Hi, I'm Devin Loftus.
I'm Chloe LC.
And today we're going to go over an investment property. And unlike all those where they say it's an investment pitch, an investment property, but there really is nothing that exciting about it, this investment will have you live in the property for free and get paid $12,000 to do it. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good investment. First off, about this property, it is located in Prince Edward County. For those who are unfamiliar, let's give you a little breakdown. Picton, Ontario, about 2 hours from Toronto. It's a massive tourism area with wineries and marinas and all of that. The property itself is really unique because it is a triplex and it has a grandfathered in short-term rental unit. And what does that mean? Well, by being grandfathered in, it means there is limited supply and yet due to tourism, a high demand. And we intend to go over how this property can increase its revenue using 4 easy steps.
This triplex features a beautifully renovated 1-bedroom unit, an updated 2-bedroom short-term licensed rental unit, and an additional 2-bedroom unit. Both 2-bedroom units have their own private balcony. This backyard is just beautiful. It features a serene creek running through the backyard with a bridge leading you to a designated seating area that you can enjoy all summer long. It also has a massive detached garage that can be used as storage or potentially in the future as an ADU unit. Now, if you're not sold yet, the location really seals the deal. This triplex is located just 5 minutes from Picton's main street, which includes all your shops, restaurants, and much more. You are also 2 minutes from the marina. Picton is one of Ontario's top wine regions, home to dozens of wineries bringing tourism all year round. And now we're going to focus in on the Airbnb unit. It features colors, patterns, and textures, all while maintaining a modern feel. It is just beautiful. And we're not the only ones that think so. This Airbnb has 286 reviews. It's rated 4.63 out of 5. And this location is rated 4.8 out of 5 by the guests themselves.
We're in the right spot. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes,
We're in the right spot.
We are.
Now, how about vacancy and occupancy?
This Airbnb is shown to be a hit, but there's still room for improvement.
So during the summer months, you can see it's basically at 100% occupancy. However, as you can see, there is room for improvement. So a cash flow positive property today, and yet there's room to improve. That's pretty good. That sounds pretty attractive.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump over and give them some numbers, okay? Yeah. First off, gross income based on the 3 units comes to about $88,000. That's really attractive for a triplex. You can see the expenses on the board here. There's household expenses, but then there's also the expenses of a short-term rental. Now, short-term rental expenses, for the most part, are variable. It's up to the individual what they would like to do with them. For example, property management. Would you be the property manager or would you like to hire a company? We've been able to find 4 avenues to increase revenue dramatically. First, let's look at the rents, okay? So we have a 1-bedroom, we have a 2-bedroom short-term rental, and we have the 3rd unit is a 2-bedroom as well. For the 1-bedroom, rents are currently where the market seems to be. The 2-bedroom, however, is underutilized, currently renting for $1,100, where the market is about $1,950 to $2,300, which means at the time of rent reset, should this property ever become vacant, the owner will inherit market rent at $10,000 to $15,000 in addition. And that's 19.65% growth, which could happen at any time. Then we have escalations. Look, rent increases yearly, things change in price. If we use a conservative approach of 2% year over year for each unit, we're going to look at the year 15 with $30,000 of additional revenue. That is not including the pay down of the mortgage. That's not including the raise of the asset's value. That is solely upon the numbers today, 2% compounded year after year. Okay, let's go over property management. Right now, the expense is 25%. We have found companies that are willing to take on this property at 40 to 60% reduction in price. Guess what that means? The profits go back to your pocket. Now, the grand finale, the reason we're all here. This is not just for investors. This is for everybody and anybody. Let me explain why. Well, some people just want to buy a house, and if they're lucky enough, there'll be some rental revenue in the basement, something like that, right? Now, this has the ability for you to live in the property. Unit 3 is a 2-bedroom. It's the largest. It has a rooftop patio, and it makes the lowest amount of money. If you were to live in this property, you would then be able to rent out the other 2 as it were, and still make $75,000 per year, which if we broke that down on a prorated basis after the household expenses, comes to about $4,600, $4,700. However, the mortgage is only $3,750, $3,800, which means there's about $1,000 of profit there. So just to summarize that, you live in a unit for free and you get paid $12,000 a year to do so. Now, this may sound incentivizing to many. Let's go over how to buy a property like this.
Now, how to go forward with purchasing this property. The first thing you need is a mortgage broker. And we've made that step very easy. We have one ready for you and that already knows this property and can help you out. Reach out to us, let us know your situation, and we're here to help.
Perfect. So thank you so much for listening to this presentation. I know there's no way we wasted anyone's time because we truly did provide you an investment opportunity. The question is, based on what you've heard today, do you think this property is going to be on the market 30 days from now? Look, $12,000 a year is pretty attractive, right?
Yeah.
So what I need you to do, reach out to us right away so we can get you this before somebody else scoops it up.